So as we had a discussion about our AJR family members, I would like first ask our old committee member of the youth to come here so we can say thanks to them because our new youth committee has been created. So old committee members, President Vijeta Singh, General Secretary Anjali Singh, Riti, Vice President, our youth volunteer Yash Singh, Yash, Khushi, youth volunteer, come here. And Nikhil, the backbone of this committee, come here. Yash, Harsh. Yeah, so I would like to thank all of them because they were the part of the last committee, and this committee did a really great job. Whether it's a summer classes or if it's a food charity, they did a good job. So credit goes to them. So what you guys like to say, like anything? Yeah, so Ramaji would like to say something.
Okay, I am feeling so happy and proud today on taking another major step towards core values and vision of RANA, engaging our youth for taking leadership, learning, propagating our rich culture, heritage. Please give big round of applause for the youth. Thank you for coming forward and taking on the responsibility, carrying the culture forward. Whether you make history or not, you must learn our history, who we are and what we stand for, and continue to teach our future young generations. This will be a very beautiful gift to your parents and make them very proud. Again, being able to maintain our history is much more valuable than creating a new one. Thank you so much, my all young stars. Keep it up. We are so proud of you guys. And now I want to say say something.
Hi everyone, I'm Vijeta Singh Tomar. So I was the president of youth and I did not take much time. So I am very blessed to be a part of this team and they all are very much supportive and talented. So I loved working with them. Thank you.
Okay, Yash, Nikhil, anyone wants to say something? Yash, Nikhil, Anjali. Sure. Yeah. So before they will go, I will say the name of the new committee. So the new committee is actually run by our president. Okay. So I will ask Mayank to come here and say something about like today's event. So yeah, agenda and event.
Alright everyone, can I have your quick attention please, everybody? We'll just take 5 more minutes of your time and then we'll get back to eating more food and having more fun. So Nitish, when we were talking about it, Nitish talked about our youth and what we did last year for the tutoring program. So we wanted to do a quick fireside chat to tell you more about what happened last year, what is this program about. For that I have the youth group here. I have, you've already met with most of them, so we'll just start this. Luckily we don't have to have a true fireside because we don't want fire next to us, so it's a lakeside chat here. So what we'll do is we'll start with what happened last year and ask the group here, what is this tutoring program about and what did we do last year? Let me connect it to that. Yeah.
So last year what we did is
Yes.
Last year what we did is we kind of had the idea of starting a volunteer summer tutoring service to kind of provide everyone an opportunity, like all the students who were facing like difficulty in school because like of the shutdown of like multiple tutoring centers throughout the country and throughout the world as well. So we started a volunteer tutoring service via Zoom. We help kids from all ages, like we help kids from like 4 years old to all the way to 18. We offer different things, so we offer like tutoring, so in subjects like math, science, English, chemistry, everything like that. We also offered help with like dance classes, Zumba, arts and crafts to attract a variety of kids and also help them spend time over the summer on different activities they could like potentially participate in, though they would be virtual. And in total, we had approximately like 30 tutors who helped manage over 150 kids from over 10 states, and we had like a few international students too from India. And another part of our program was we offered a college counseling session where we had a panel of college students, and what they did was they offered insights and shared tips and tricks for college application process and just how college works and different majors you can take at different universities. And they shared their insights and everything like different universities have to offer to like students who were interested. And we had like a lot of people interested in that. People asking about financial aid, majors, different like competitive programs that were offered at different universities like Case Western, Barrett, Harvard, Temple University, and we plan to continue that this year by following more of a kind of hybrid approach where we would offer tutoring classes both online and in person based on what the tutor feels is right. So that's our plan for this summer.
Okay. And just so you guys know, we have one more person joining virtually. Ariman is on the call here, so if you'll probably be able to hear him as well. So Yash and team, so how do you all come up with this idea? What was the reason behind starting something like this? And also for the benefit of the people, if you can share some of the experiences that you had last year.
So last year when all schools were shut down because of the coronavirus pandemic, this led to this shift from like in-person learning to distance learning. So a lot of students, like from what I've heard from friends and other like students I know in different grades, they said they were having trouble because the teachers they couldn't get the same experience as they usually would in in-person learning. So that's how I kind of came up with like this little idea, and I worked with the AZR Youth Committee, and we kind of made it into like a summer program. So we were able to offer like a quality tutoring service to people all around the country.
Yeah, that's great. I think it's definitely helpful for a lot of kids. I saw a lot of people responding back to us last year. So you want to share some of those feedback that you got from the kids as well as the parents?
Yeah. I think Nikhil had some of those.
Yeah, I had some really great feedback that I wanted to share. So as Yash said, we had nearly 31 tutors, which were available to around 170 or so students that signed up from nearly 8 or so states. The classes range from core classes like math, science, physics, to even specific classes like Hindi, web development, app development, HTML coding, Google Drive. Overall general program statistics included around 98% of the respondents were satisfied with the tutoring program, so that was very high. Around 86% of the students said that the course material was very clearly explained and taught by our instructors. And then 72% of the respondents said that the pace of the course was about right for them. And then the last few things I wanted to share is the specific feedback for the tutors that we got. Some of them are with us today, others are in our community. So Harshita, she's another member of the AZR community. She taught dance. A respondent said that I really appreciate her efforts to teach kids hip-hop dance. My kid really enjoyed it. Harshita is so nice to the kids, and she made sure all the kids got the steps right. My daughter thoroughly enjoyed it with Harshita. Another one of our members, Anjali Singh, she taught dance as well. Someone said that Anjali is an amazing tutor who knows how to be patient with the kids of my daughter's age and explain the concepts in the simplest ways possible. Reeti Singh, she taught biology and English. A respondent said that Reeti possesses excellent knowledge beyond her years in the subject and has very nice teaching skills. And then one other person, Ramu Ramakeshavan, he was in a computer engineer, retired computer engineer, and he taught web and app development. And they said that he was very patient and able to relate with the younger kids that he was teaching as well.
So are oldies allowed to join? Can I join the dance classes or maybe the biology classes?
Yeah, absolutely. We had people from 4 years old to around 65. Because around my vacation it was like 65.
So I'm right in the middle there.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. So that's great, right? I mean, starting the program last year and getting 98% success reviews and absolutely amazing comments about the teachers. That's awesome. So what's the vision for the program going forward? Are you thinking about expanding it horizontally or vertically, or do you think you need to continue keeping momentum on what you have done so far and just build on the program? So what's the vision like for you all?
I think that there is no doubt that the program was amazing last year, but again, expanding it will do no harm. I mean, if you think about like what's happened in the last year, right? So many kids were at home, so many kids were taking school from at home.
Yep.
I'm sure not only the kids understand, but also parents understand how difficult it was for everybody to understand concepts, to teach at home, to actually like engage with lots of material. And so this year what we're looking to do is actually help students advance after a year of online learning, help them get back into schooling, help them get more serious so that when they eventually go back in person, they're ready for the classes that they're going to be taking and even more ready for anything that's coming up ahead.
Awesome. And do you put any, is there a process behind helping the tutors themselves? And what do you do to prepare them for that kind of an environment?
Of course, yeah. So we had a variety of classes. So we had one-on-one tutoring, and then we also had classes where there were multiple kids. And so with each different scenario, it requires the tutor to actually kind of learn how to navigate that setting. But we do provide lots of support. I know we had a Google Doc explaining everything about what you need to do, how you can contact a parent, how you can actually organize everything. And so we have a whole really supportive tutor community. We had a whole group chat and all of that. So in the end, you will have your community support you. If you have any questions, you can always ask, and you have experienced people who are there to help you.
That's awesome. So what is the plan for this year? What does the program look like this year? And if you could tell everybody what are the key dates?
Right. So this year we're going to be meeting with our youth council first thing sometime next week. We'll be organizing more of the program. We'll be getting more dates out. Obviously, like a lot of people here have my number, and you can always talk to me, and I'll put you on an email list, and you'll get more information then.
Awesome. So talk about what can the people expect in these? Do we already have the list of programs or list of classes that we'll be having, or are you still working on that?
That comes with how many tutors we get. So again, if you're interested in getting tutored, you can always email in. If you're interested in being a tutor, you can always email in. And based off of your expertise, we'll make classes based off of what you can do.
And do you have certified dates already, or are you still working on that?
We're still working on that. We're still reconvening. Yeah.
All right. And then for everybody's benefit, where can they find this information? Are you going to be putting this on AVR or Facebook or Instagram or whatever?
So we'll be putting it on Facebook. We'll also be sending out messages and things like that. So you'll be hearing from us a lot.
And how can the people here expand the program or help you expand the program?
Of course, always reaching into your circles is going to help us. You all know a kid, you all know somebody who can teach. Reaching out and being like, hey, we have this amazing program. If you want to participate, you'll get volunteer hours or you'll get somebody to teach you. And so just reaching out into your circles and getting more people involved will always help us.
All right, one very critical question. Is it only open to RANA members, or can anybody join as part of the tutor program or as part of the student program?
Anybody can do it. It's open to everyone. Yeah.
All right, and I think one last question that I have is, any plans, seems like an amazing program, so any plans for you all to expand it beyond summers, maybe just throughout the year, or are you thinking you'll still focus on the summer first and then expand the program?
I think right now what we're thinking is keeping it in the summer because again, a lot of us are also students. However, it's also up to the tutor. If they want to continue classes, then they can do that.
Awesome. All right, thank you everybody for such a great program. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the program. My son Rayansh wants to join Python classes and I've been looking around. So hopefully if you guys have Python classes, maybe he'll join as well. So we'll open the forum here for everybody. If you guys have any questions for the group here, we'll have a quick Q&A session now. Any questions from anybody for this group?
No, just thanks to the committee last year. They did an amazing job. They organized very well, very promptly, and made a huge success. In my observation was that till that point, throughout RANA, there wasn't such a concept like that.
Yep.
Where that youth committee is coming together and really doing something good
Absolutely.
for the kids together. So I think because of the pandemic, because of the online environment, it also helped. connect to the folks who are outside of Arizona and in other cities and states. And I think from where we saw it was an amazing program. Thank you all for.
Thank you. Yeah, and please.
I'm very, very confident that this year will be even more successful.
Yeah, please look out for the information coming out on these various portals and channels, and feel free to reach out to these folks. Hopefully you'll be able to publish that information as well. And again, I think big round of applause for the team here, out to our young
And
generation
just
taking this up.
I have one question from our youth. Like, what do you want to see from our community? I want to take you guys opinion. How you want to see our community? कैसे आप लोग इन्वॉल्व होंगे? राणा के लिए क्या मैसेज है मेरे?
Beyond, yeah, I think the question is probably beyond this program. How else
Yeah.
can you contribute?
I think generally, like, what the community does a really good job of is providing opportunities for our youth. And I think by allowing us to take these leadership positions, by allowing us to take accountability and actually build something on our own, that's doing so much for us already. I mean, we had so much experience and we learned so much. Even by tutoring, we're learning, right? And so I think that's something that will always be good for us, is providing us opportunities to learn and grow, which we're already getting.
I missed out on how can I contact this group, this youth group.
So yeah, we have a Google Sheets where I think a few students have already put in their contact information, email and phone number. So we have a Google Sheets page that has phone numbers and email addresses of a few youth, and we'll continue to populate that with every one of our contacts, and then we can share that with you.
So I think what we can do, folks, is we can put together a flyer of information, right? A page which talks about who are the key points of contacts, where to look out for that information. I think we should publish it during our sessions, as well as on the portals, the WhatsApp group, the Facebook group, everywhere. So I think that's how people will get to know what that group is about, and how can they reach out to you all for signing up for tutors as well as students.
Last time it was like that only. We published everything, all the information,
Yeah.
and we shared it in different groups, and all the parents, they connected to us.
Is anyone in this group interested in designing a self-learning online course? I can provide a platform for that.
Yeah, that's a great opportunity right there. Your first entrepreneurship experience.
Self-learning online course that could be monitored by one or more of you.
Yeah, that's great.
So you develop it, and then one of us would lead it. That's what you're saying?
No, you
Please?
develop it.
Oh.
No, you develop it, I
We'll
provide a
provide the
platform.
Oh, okay, sorry.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
That's
Thank you
awesome.
everyone for
Welcome.
joining. Thank you.
Thank you everyone.
Yeah, I think we can get back